Hey everyone, Taney here, and today we're going to learn how to play Tekken 7 in under 15 minutes. The D-pad, or left thumbstick, controls your character's movement, and the face buttons on the right are as follows. Square is left punch, or 1, triangle is right punch, or 2, X is left kick, or 3, and circle is right kick, or 4. If you're playing on player 1 side, tap and hold up to jump, tap down to crouch, tap and hold left to move back, and tap and hold right to move forward. To sidestep, tap up to step into the background, and down to step into the foreground. To sidewalk, tap and hold up to walk into the background, and down to walk into the foreground. Here's an example of all the face button attacks. To dash, tap forward twice in succession to dash forward, and back twice in succession to dash back. To move backwards faster, there's an advanced technique called back dash canceling. To perform this, dash back and input down back right after the crouch. Let go and quickly tap back again to dash back. Repeat. You can also use a quarter circle back input, or down down back back, to cancel each crouch between dashes. This is called a dirty back dash cancel. Movement is really important, so take time and practice this on your own. Wave dashing is a unique forward dash mechanic specific to characters that can crouch dash, such as Mishimas, Hwoarang, Bob, King, and Armor King. To wave dash, input forward, neutral, down, and down forward in rapid succession, and repeat. If you play a wave dash character, practice this as well to have fast forward movement in your offense. Getting up from the ground can be done multiple ways for different situations, but first you should know what your options are, and how your character is oriented on the ground for you to do so. Here's how to tech from an airborne state. Press up to tech upwards, press back to tech backwards, and press and hold forward to do a quick recover. If you press either 1 or 2, you can tech roll into the background. Consequently, if you press either 3 or 4, you can tech roll into the foreground. When grounded, press up to stand up, back to move backwards, forward to roll forward, 3 to get up low kick, and 4 to get up mid kick. In face up feet towards, press 3 plus 4 to sprint kick, or down 3 to toe kick. In Tekken, attacks can be classified as highs, lows, or mids. High attacks can be blocked by stand blocking, holding back. Mid attacks can also be blocked by stand blocking, again by holding back. And low attacks can be blocked by crouch blocking, holding down back. Consequently, if you try to attack your opponent with the high attack, the attack will whiff if the opponent is crouching. But if you try to hit your opponent with the mid attack will hit if the opponent is crouching. There are also unique attacks called special mids, like full crouch down 1 and full crouch down 2, that can be blocked both standing and crouching. You also have access to low parrying, which is pressing down forward the moment the opponent hits you with any low attack. This essentially grants you a free launcher for a combo. But keep in mind, low parrying only works on limbs, not objects like Negan's Bat Lucille or Noctis's swords, so plan accordingly. Along with neutral button attacks, you have directional attacks, such as forward attacks, back attacks, down attacks, and up attacks. You also have attacks using down forward, up forward, up back, and down back. Every character has a generic full crouch attack in full crouch down 1 and full crouch down 2. There are also character-specific full crouch moves, such as Asuka with full crouch down forward 2. You can attack during the transition between crouching and standing states, otherwise known as while standing moves. From a crouch state, release the down input back to neutral and input an attack button while the character rises to a standing state. You can also attack during the running animation from mid to full screen, also known as while running moves. This is done by dashing forward and holding the forward input to run, and inputting an attack button during the running animation. If you're at a closer range, while running moves can be performed by inputting 3 forward inputs and pressing the attack button on the last forward input to do an instant while running move. This requires a lot of practice, since the timing of the 3 forward inputs is really fast. Here's an example of an instant while running move used in a combo. Characters that can crouch dash are able to do crouch dash moves by inputting forward, neutral, down, down forward, and an attack button. Mishima characters have access to electrics, an enhanced version of the Wind God Fist. Input the attack button on the same frame as down forward during the crouch dash and you'll hear electricity surge on impact if done correctly. Rage is activated when you reach 20% health in your life bar, increasing your damage for the rest of its duration. You have access to the following: Rage Arc, which is a powerful series of attacks with animations like supers in other games, or Rage Drive, an enhanced version of a regular move in the character's moveset used to start or extend combos for more damage. Do note that using either of these mechanics fully depletes your rage, whether you whiff it or hit it. Attacks can either be homing or non-homing. Homing attacks track around a character, and are usually signified by a white aura around the character's limb, while non-homing attacks do not track, and are more linear to the front of the character. The purpose of homing attacks are to catch your opponent who is sidestepping or sidewalking any of your non-homing attacks, so use them to continue applying your pressure. Screw attacks are character-specific attacks that cause your opponent to get sent flying forward and spinning, giving you an opportunity to extend, or in some cases start, a combo. Depending on the combo, you might have to dash certain distances after the screw to finish it. Power Crush moves are attacks that absorb any incoming damage due to the invincibility frames during the active frames of the attack, also known as armor. When performed, Power Crush moves give off a soft white aura around the character and flashes white if you get hit during the armored animation. Wall Bound, or Wall Bounce moves, are attacks that cause the player to bounce off of the wall, launching them back towards you for another combo opportunity. After a Wall Bound, whatever you choose to follow up with will affect how the opponent splats back onto the wall, which I'll go over after this next section. In Tekken, there are 4 different types of throws. The first ones are generic throws, which are done by either pressing 1+3 or 2+4. You can tell the difference between the two by the corresponding arm of the generic throw input both when being whiffed and on hit. To break generic throws, simply press either 1 or 2 the moment the throw connects. Throws are great for opening up your opponent, but be careful, because generic throws are usually the easiest to break. Command throws are character-specific throws with unique inputs. 1 and 2 command throws follow the same visual property as generic throws, where the corresponding arm of the throw reaches farther than the other. The difference between the two is that to break a 1 or 2 command throw, you must input the same button as the command throw input. There are also 1+2 command throws, which is signaled by both the character's arms reaching the same length when attempting the throw. To break a 1+2 throw, press 1 and 2 simultaneously at the same time the command throw connects. Some characters have chain throws, which are character-specific command throws that transition into multiple other throws. While the inputs for chain throws are character-specific, they follow the same formula for timing the inputs of the entire chain throw combo. After the initial throw, do the next chain throw input during the animation and before the initial throw hits. If done correctly, repeat for every throw remaining in the chain throw. To break chain throws after unsuccessfully breaking the initial throw, input the specific break button for that throw right before it hits. It can be hard to tell when the throw break window is active during a chain throw, so as long as you know what the break button is for that chain throw, you can mash it during the animation until the throw is broken. Ground throws are command throws used on a grounded opponent. These are also character specific, so if you know the break button for a ground throw, break it the same way you would a normal command throw. A combo in Tekken is usually comprised of the following: a launcher, a filler, a screw, and an ender. Launchers are attacks that lift your opponent into the air to start a juggle. Most characters have generic launchers, like down forward 2, a hop kick, or a while standing launcher. Fillers are single attacks or strings that carry the opponent in the air, continuing damage and the juggle state before the screw. For example, Asuka's forward 4-2-3 continues hit stun from the launcher and lifts the opponent back up in time for the screw. As previously stated, screws are attacks that extend the combo with the screw animation and set up for the end of a combo. In some cases, screw attacks can act as a launcher, depending on the attack and its on-hit property, giving you an opportunity for a mini combo. Enders are attacks or strings that end the hit stun on the opponent and leave them in a knockdown state or causing them to wall splat. It should be noted that not every combo ends the same, so learning a character's optimized combos is useful if you want to continue offense depending on the ender that you use. A clean wall splat fully pushes the opponent toward the wall for an extended period before slowly falling to the ground, enabling you to follow up for more damage using wall combos, which are any sequences of attacks or strings on an opponent on the wall. A low wall splat pushes the opponent toward the wall but causes them to fall almost immediately after the initial splat, limiting guaranteed damage from wall combos. This allows the opponent to wake up faster after getting knocked down at the wall, so keep that in mind when trying to continue offense off of a low wall splat. Breakable walls, balconies, and floors will break upon the impact of a player getting hit against them, allowing the other player to start or continue a combo. Keep in mind that for balcony and floor breaks, you are only allowed to use screw once, either pre or post break. And in the case of floor break specifically, you're only able to floor break once in every combo. Okizeme, or Oki, is defined as a quote-unquote wake-up game in the FGC. While not an actual word in Japanese, the term Okizeme is derived from the words okiru, meaning to wake up, and semeru, meaning to attack. Here are some examples. When you knock down your opponent, you force them to use a limited number of options to establish offense or defense depending on their orientation. Here, Heihachi gets counter-hit by Asuka's back 4 for trying to do a get-up kick. In this example, Heihachi is able to block Asuka's back 4 by rolling to the left instead of trying to challenge it. Utilizing this knowledge to condition your opponent is the general idea and art of Okizeme. So that's going to be it for this tutorial, everybody. I hope all of you starting to play Tekken 7 found this helpful, and for those that already play Tekken 7, I hope you found something valuable to help improve your gameplay. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and consider joining the TEKKEN Club by hitting the sub button below and turning on post notifications with the bell icon to be notified for future videos. Until next time, y'all. Peace.